una day, my bongalicious people. I welcome you to Niger Celebrity Gist TV. My people no be smart, Now welcome, una well done. My people, wonder shall never end. Wonder shall never end. You see, when we dey tell people say, in anything, please come out your hand from bad thing. People know they believe. People know they hear. They know they hear. We dey tell them since, come out your hand from bad thing. When you see anything way bad, condemn am. Condemn am. E no good. People, now wow, God abeg o. The information wey dey reach us now be say Edochie family, they are very, very cold. According to the information allegedly, it says Sapet Edochie and the family are very, very quiet over the happenings recently. Especially since Storm was born. And I know say the coming of Storm don't really storm you, Edochie. Check out since the showcase of Storm as a daughter. You, Edochie, has never talked about Omenane. I don't know whether anybody has remembered it. Omenane Amaka. He has never remembered Omenane. But quite unfortunate and quite interesting. We are now seeing our brother Yuyu praising God and dancing in the hospital. She didn't remember Omenale. He didn't call the God of his ancestors. She didn't call his forefathers. But he's now calling the God of heaven, praising Jesus. That's beautiful. Personally, I like it. If actually there is an encounter, that's very beautiful. But what I am saying is, that is the real thing. You, the Edochie, for recent past, had been promoting Omenane, promoting paganism, promoting whatever he calls it that is better than church, is better than Christianity, is better than Jesus. He has been saying all sorts of things because me, personally, I know that he's a skit maker. He's a content creator. Even his life is a content creator. Everything he's doing is content creation. So I already never took him serious when he was saying all those things because he actually wanted a lot of people to contribute to his page, condemn what he says and share in his page so that he needed that engagement to make money from YouTube and Facebook. That's just all he's doing. But telling me that he knows what he's doing or that what he's saying has substance is not true. My people no be smart, but the information now reaching us is that Sapet Edochie yesterday received a shocking message from a well-known native doctor he knows. A well-known native doctor in his community. And not be only this native doctor don't talk this thing before. Say one native doctor wey dem carry come from another village to come and ascertain something wey happen in their own village to assist the chief priest of the community to do something. Also had mentioned this thing allegedly that the family of Edochies needs a strong priest. Whether a Christian priest or a native doctor priest or a traditional priest rather. Whether a Christian priest or a traditional priest, but that family needs a priest. He said because a lot of things has gone wrong and a lot of things has happened that they needed the services of a priest to make sacrifices and to make atonement for some certain things. Whether it is a traditional priest or a church or Christian priest, that the position of a priest right now in the family of Edochies cannot be overemphasized. Rather, that the Edochie should find a way to raise a priest in the family and make sure say that priest does the sacrifices soonest. And the question now many people are asking is that, is it actually true what is dragging you, the Edochie, to Domenal? Is it that he must have seen that he cannot become the priest of the church because he has already married and he now started going into the native priest, the traditional priest, the whatever you call it? Is it actually the reason? And some other people are asking why Edochies need that priest now. Is there anything wrong? Is there any urgent situation that needed a priest to pay sacrifice for them? What is actually wrong? Why are they looking for priest? Because the message, even to Sapete Edochie, according to what the letters know allegedly, they say, it was a strange message, a shocking one. Because actually there was nothing wrong with the Edochie family, according to them. But the guy was the native doctor was trying to explain to him that a lot of things are going underground. There are manifestation of failures in marriages, manifestation of hardship, manifestation of accusation against them, manifestation of hatred against them. That all these things need a priest to bring everything together and stop the happenings in the Edochie family. And that if a priest is not raised soon, that it will cost more harm than good to the family. So they need a priest. God, I beg you. We begin now to ask. It says Sapete Edochie responded to the man that right now all his pickings are married. Unless he's talking about the grand pickings. And if you're talking about the grand picking, you need to give them time. You need to give them time to grow and make their choices. This is not the time you cajole somebody into becoming what he is not bargained for, what he doesn't want, or what does not interest him. Because we are in the world of internet. Everybody secures his own security or her insecurity and finds out what will work for him better. Yes, this is not a time you can call any pikin and say, please go and be a priest for the sake of this family. The person will ask you, why you no come become priest at your own time? Why were you waiting that the family will only get priest now that I am small? So I think this Gen Z generation no go do that. So, but the truth is that this is like, it's like a fly. It's like a fly that perched on the scrotum an old man. It is a very dangerous thing. That is exactly what we are seeing now. But the native doctor dropped the message because he actually was not coming to Edochie's family, but he was passing and saw it, and he seek that he should speak with Sapete Edochie or see him face to face. And when that opportunity was granted to him, he released this information fast and go. My people no be smart, they say the Edochies need priests, and that's exactly what people are saying. That this is what is pushing you, the Edochies. But why should the Duchess? Okay, the Duchess did not allow Judy Austin to be a daughter-in-law of the family, because Judy Austin already is a priestess. She's a priestess of the Marine Kingdom. Judy Austin is a priestess of the Marine Kingdom, and her office is at the 7 waters, across the 7 rivers. Her office is situated across the 7 rivers. And she has been doing a lot of work. Edochie has confirmed that Judy Austin is a native, will I call her a native doctor, a native priest? So if Judy Austin is there and they are still looking for a priest, meaning that Judy own na fake priest. Now let's come down to Edochie. Edochie had become a pastor of recent. Edochie had become a pastor. It didn't work. He turned to be a native doctor, which is a priest of that local district. It didn't work. And when I remember, say, during the time that Edochie's marriage was having issue, there was information flying around the social media that Edochie actually wanted to be a Catholic priest. And Sapete Edochie said that he doesn't have the character of becoming a priest. He's so rascal, and he doesn't want to settle cases with the bishop. Neither does he want, according to what they let us know allegedly, neither will he like to come and be settling cases where his priest son has impregnated somebody else's pikin, and it has manifested in the marriage, in the vocation of marriage. This may also have done in the vocation of priesthood. And it would have been a bigger scandal if a priest was going around pregnanting women, especially married women, as he did to Judy. So now that he's not a priest, the situation looks mild, and some people can even tolerate it and say, well, Only that he brought his own to the internet. This is what so many people does. But if it had been a priest, it would have been a very big scandalous event or scandalous act to the entire Edochie family. So that's why a lot of people commend Sapet Edochie, if actually that is what happened, that he did well, maybe he knew the son very well. While some other people said maybe he may have changed and that would have been a better thing for him than going into marriage, which personally, Niger celebrity here, I don't subscribe to any of these ideas, because I personally believe that a child should be left. If the child himself, if the pikin himself stand up and say, I want to be a priest, and he worked for it, I don't have a situation, I don't have a problem about that. If he goes there and start living a scandalous life, that's his business with his God, because priesthood is a call. It's not something that somebody dictates, and it is not a human being that vets who can become a better priest or not. It is only God himself knows those who he has called. There are people that are called and there are people who call themselves. Only God knows those who he has called, and those who call themselves in that priesthood also know that they call themselves, that it is not God that called them. So looking at this whole thing, where you, the Edochie, had made several attempts to become a priest, both traditionally and otherwise, you begin to think that it's like what this native doctor said is true. It's like what this native doctor says is true. But a lot of people has come out to turn it that why must this message now come now that Storm is born? Is it that Storm had inherited the priestess trend from the mother Judy Austin? Because Judy Austin already is a priest of the Marine Kingdom. Is it that she has given the threat to Storm, and Storm has come to storm the Edochie family with priestly abilities and capacities? That's what so many people, when issues come up like this, speculations go around and people try to find out what exactly is happening and what is not happening. My people no be smart, It is really a very serious issue right now in that family. And Sapet, very this thing about this whole thing, and he's a very traditional man. He's trying to find out what they can do to make sure say this whole thing is solved. But I tell you the truth, the Edochies are in a very serious mess right now, because their case all over the world is what is affecting everybody in that family. When I know say so many things are happening, Links, the integrity man, also is having his own portion of the Edochie's basbos. If no matter how sincere this guy is, his own marriage has already failed and he has entered into the second one. So many of them are having one pocket of issue or the other, and that is why the thing is causing basbos in the life of their family. Sometimes they don't know whether they will believe what the native doctor said, or whether they will feel that it is just a normal thing that the native doctor is saying. But whatever is the case, the truth of the matter is that Edochie should go inward and check what is actually wrong with them. Because if you ask me, I will tell you that there is actually something wrong with Edochies. And it's not something we sit down in the studio here and be speculating, because it is a very serious case. You see how quiet I am about it. My people know so they just reach out there and say make a touchlight and with you. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please try to subscribe. All our returning subscribers will say, now well done, my people, now welcome. This is Niger Celebrity Gist TV, where we touchlight better gist. Make you have a nice day. Bye.